what about this? Okay, great. Then what about that? It's like you're not supposed to write down. Okay, first step I will do this activity. Second step I will do this. Like, no, I don't want to see it.
Oh my god! Wow, so super.
So it's just a transcript of okay, now I'm going to teach you content and content is this. Yeah, that's now I'm going to teach you. Oh, so it's like no, you can talk about the activities as well, but you are not supposed to. You know, I was thinking that what I step one, and then post the activity.
Oh my god!
The most activities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next point number 2, you will be teaching.
Oh my god, that's so fun.
We have for ourselves. Discussion.
That's so good.
I don't want to see that. Oh, it's like, I don't want to see what you want to do. I want to see what you're going to say. I'm like, oh. How is this? I don't know. He has a 15 or 16-year-old son. I think 18-year-old son.
Zac Efron was in Gravity.
I know. I got like 50%
of the grade. That's crazy. Conversational style, right? Text, speech to text.
And then just like
But before you do that, you need to plan.
yeah, but now I feel like everyone's right
Correct. Before you just yeah, it's like so we are doing double steps, but you cannot show the first step. You can show
We'll just go.
double check.
Yeah, it's live.
Oh.
Familiar sound by now, surely. Welcome back to our side music hybrid class. Before we do start as well, we'd just like to do a little acknowledgement of the country for the traditional land owners of the Kaurna people, and just respecting the people's spiritual relationship with the country, and also recognise and respect the cultural heritage, beliefs, and acknowledge that they are continuing importance to those people and to everyone living today. So, without ado, what happened last lesson? You can all got your periodic tables in front of you at the moment. Those are going to come in handy in just a second. So we went through the periodic table, we established how to interpret the data on there and understand the significance of the placement on that periodic table, as well as we dipped into a bit of atomic structure as well. So, to really get your brains going, we are going to have a Kahoot quiz. So, okay, if we do that. Class name, I think it's, no, one device, this one. Yep, apologies. Alright, so a pin should come up, so go to kahoot.it and enter in the code there. We've got a jam to go. I'll grab the lights so we can see them.
Yeah.
And I might just turn this down a wee bit more.
Yeah. Oh right, should I drop something else?
Alright, so we've got one person in. No, this is original music. Alright, is everyone
We've
in?
got 4 people.
Are you cool?
We've got, no, that's me.
What is it?
We have 5 people, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everyone
Who's DNA? Who's chlorine? Alright. Shark lover. At least we have one normal. Alright, so get ready. So each of these questions has a bit timer on it. You will get 4 options. The last question though, the very last question, question 10, it's not a right or wrong answer, but I could only do true or false because to do a poll you need to buy the premium version. Then I'm just not about that life at the moment. So let's get started. What is a property of metals? Oh, good, good. All right. There's also, you get more points for being the first person to answer as well.
Wow.
Yeah. What's a property of a non-metal? Oh, interesting. DNA has taken the lead. How many protons does the element mercury have? You also do have clouds 3 in there as well.
There's us looking.
Yeah, we were all looking.
Who got who?
Sorry. I do remember that bit.
Oh, DNA on a streak. How many electrons does the element barium have? Interesting. I just realised you two weren't actually here last week, were you? That's okay. That's fine. This is just a good refresher of sort of some of the stuff that we covered for you. So look at your periodic table. What row is the element zinc in? Excellent, row 4.
Dun, dun, dun. The lead.
Look at your periodic table. What group / column is sulfur in? Excellent. Oh, it's close. Alright. Which element is a non-metal? Well, you remember about the placement. Very deliberate placement of the elements on the periodic table.
That puts you in the lead.
Just I'll interrupt you just because a lot of people did. We've got a lot of varied answers on this one. So if you are on the far, for you guys, far right, it is a non-metal, and everything left of the metalloids are a metal. So argon would be our non-metal.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Does everyone understand?
So sodium is a metal?
Yes, sodium's a metal because it is placed in the metals on the periodic table. It's an alkali metal.
very reactive metal.
Mix fire with water.
Alright. Peter gets the win. So which element is a metalloid? Metalloid. Look at your periodic tables, no Googling.
I missed it.
It's alright, sorry, it was a quick timer on these ones because this is just a quick refresher sort of quiz. But it is silicon. Silicon is on our little diagonal divider between metals and non-metals. And these guys share properties of both. Alright. Noble gases are mostly unreactive because of their outer electron shell is full. It's alright. So this is our last question. This is obviously not any correct answer, but I mean there is a correct answer. But have you enjoyed the unit so far? Neat. Let's see who our winners are. Sure.
Well done.
What? That was a sudden change of.
Peter.
So who is Shark Cover?
Excellent. So that was a nice sort of refresher of the different facts that we covered from last lesson and being able to read the periodic table. I understand that it was 2 weeks ago, so a lot of you might have been a bit rusty, and we had some people that were also away. Does anyone have any specific questions that are they're burning to answer at the moment? No? Oh, good. All right. So we will move on. Good job.
It's okay. I kept thinking electron is half of protons. I kept getting those things wrong.
Alright guys, we're going to do a little, a bit of a warm-up group collaborative exercise. We need to all get up and split into pairs. Let's come out in the middle of the room. This exercise is called 2x3. Katie Dawson.
We're standing in a circle.
We're going to pair. We're going to pair with me. Maybe if you go and.
So I'll pretend to be a student
Yeah,
for
you
this
can do
round,
that.
just to fill in.
So.
Hi.
Open groups. So I'm going to demonstrate what happens here with this pair.
Yep.
Now we start. We're going to simply count to 3. Everyone can count to 3, right? Yep. So if I get Sarah to start with 1.
1,
You start with
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
keep it going.
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
Okay, now you
3,
try.
1.
2,
Just why is this so hard? 3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3, 2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3, 2,
3,
Great guys, very good. All right, let's pause for a minute. Any challenges there? Anyone finding? What are you noticing that's going on during that?
You have to listen to the other person.
Yeah, it's hard to think.
You've got you've got to listen because at any moment you're about to swap the number you're saying. So what I want you to do now is to think creatively for a moment. One person in each pair is going to exchange the number 1 for a sound. So just okay. Sarah's got a sound.
3.
Do I have to?
No, you have to do. Yeah. You have to
So you have to learn her sound. So if it's something strange, you've got to learn it. So instead of one, you're gonna use that sound. So
Yeah.
think of a sound. Okay, you've got to clap.
Two.
What is that?
Three.
One.
Three.
One.
Two.
Three. Two.
Three.
Three.
One.
Two.
One.
Three.
Two.
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 Oh, hang on, I was just
Yeah.
we got out of sync.
All right, guys, very good, very good. What I want you to do now is to add another sound, so that the person who's already created one sound doesn't have to be creative at this moment. It's the other person in the pair. Think of a different sound, and you're going to replace the number 2 with that sound. So, what was your?
I can't do that. Sound. Alright, so come on, do a clap.
Okay,
Okay, just
Three.
you can, you just like make like this,
three.
My hands are
Three.
Let's make a simple sound, or maybe just
Three.
yeah. So your theme,
Three.
because you've got to go out and work quickly.
Yes.
okay, that is on that. So,
Three.
okay, so,
Two. Three.
I know you've got the whistle.
Oh yeah.
So,
Three.
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 All right, guys.
Three.
Let's pause that. So now for the final challenge. Anyone having troubles?
We
With this-
started to have
It'll get better.
Yep. It's
better.
challenging, isn't it? So now we want the third sound, and I'm going to create the third sound for you, and it's going to be a stomp.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, can everyone stomp? Very nice stomping. All right. So first sound, second sound, stomp, and then try and get it in a loop.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. So. No.
Very good.
Click. It's hard because this is an interesting
Yeah.
thing I've noticed.
Alright.
Is maybe we'll have to go without.
Everyone, let's pause for a minute. Let's just listen to what Sarah's saying.
So just working with David here, I've noticed one thing that kept tripping me up is the fact that I can hear the other groups doing the similar
Yeah.
sounds of stomping and
Yeah.
clicking.
So let's what we do for a moment. Who feels that it's an easy exercise and they've nailed it? Yeah.
Okay.
So let's have a listen.
No, because I'm just looking at her.
Do you wanna-
I'm just ignoring everybody.
Go on,
Yeah.
show us,
We
yeah.
love a
It
demonstration.
would be nice. I can see what she's saying to get a bit of separation because you need to focus on the sound. So it's a very valid point. Sometimes if you're trying to concentrate on something like that, it can be distracting. So let's just for a minute look at the challenge here. If we speed it up. Faster. Very good. Very good.
Yeah,
Alright.
ours is different. Ours is like
It is,
you know,
yeah.
one hand, two hand, and light.
Yeah.
It's all different.
It's
So
very
you built
good.
up a system, like a rhythm.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just looking at her.
Yeah, so the
like-
interesting thing about that exercise is generally there's going to be a lot of failure involved, and what we're trying to get across here is that repeating and failing is fine. It's just we want to pick up and keep moving. Does anyone else want to share their?
We can share. We're not very good at it though.
Yeah. Okay.
Very good, guys. All right, so now what we want to do, we're going to split up into two groups. Can you continue to be a student, Sarah? Maybe they'll have two groups of three then.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I can do that. I will also just lead into it as well. You might be thinking what this might have to do with science and elements at all. But when you get into your two groups here, I'll let David explain the rest while I split the groups up. So I'm going to split you down the middle here. And I will go with on this side. So you guys are the chlorines.
Yay.
And we are the sodiums.
Very good. Essential to life.
Green gas at room
So those are just a couple of different properties there, just to give you a little idea, some little inspiration for our next activity.
So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to create a little, a small piece inspired by your element. We've limited this down to this element, so we want you to think about what you know about it. What could you use to inspire a small piece? Take into consideration the whether it's a gas, a metal, what that means to you, how you could represent that metaphorically in your music. Think creatively, and what I want, one person is going to be the leader of the group, and once you've come up with your piece, that person is going to swap to the other group and teach them their piece and talk about their piece. So, anyone want to be self-nominated leader?
Shall we? Who wants to be the leader? It can't be me.
Yes, this is.
Sure.
So we just need
So I'm gonna
one
teach you
person to be.
Yeah, once we
No,
come up
they're
with
gonna
our
be
piece
taking
here.
that.
Yep, so what do you reckon?
You can do it. Beautiful.
Sounds that we can come up with this.
Have we got a leader?
Is it just
a
sound?
leader?
Or is it
reactive
sound and movement?
You can do whatever really. Yes, mostly it's a sound-based thing. I mean, the lack of sound says something too. You know, yeah. So space says something. So sometimes you might be wanting to use no sound to highlight something. So yeah.
So,
And we need one of you to be a group leader.
yeah,
Great.
already. So, grab some instruments
Okay.
and
Yeah.
we're allowed to use instruments, get into it.
Here's some
And,
instruments to help you.
Yeah, or just anything to kind of like,
Yeah, there's all.
Yeah, that's very
There's more instruments in here as well, guys.
and sodium. We have to base our music piece on the sodium there.
Alright guys, so we're going to have 5 minutes to nail down just a very short representation of how we're going to respond to you.
Can you play?
Have you got any ideas?
The higher reactive thing is quite
So we're going to start off with, we have to come forward.
No, these are just like some ideas. And like we just have to come up with some justifications of like why we're using this sound. So for example,
So
if
start
it's
with
soft, like say something malleable, we're like,
and then, yeah.
but then it's also like highly reactive with water.
What else we know about chlorine?
So and then like as well with like we also know that it's got an atomic number of 11. So we could put like 11 beats or something in
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
And that would be, yeah, so let's
That's perfect for soft and malleable. Yeah.
How am I going to do it all at once?
No, we all like we'll be taking from over to them and teach them at the same time.
So what we want to do
Really
is
nice sounding.
drop down some notes
Oh, and it's well, it is shiny.
about how,
So you want to do like 11
so you might be just saying, play some particular notes from the,
This 11 is too slow.
anyone got it?
I know, I can count, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll count the 11 because then we know the cycle.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whistle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
What I want to do, guys, is get
9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So now we have to write down our justification.
yeah, so what I want you to do is kind of somehow notate that so you've got a memory like,
Yeah, so that way you can take this.
and
So right now, so we've got 11 counts for that because of the atomic number. Yeah.
The non-Michael?
No.
No, wait, hold on. Do you work on what?
Just right up. That should be enough. Shouldn't go through unless you press like super hard. Alright, so have you decided on what instrument you're going to play? Now we feel like we have to actually block
You don't need to worry about that one. You can use it as a wood block.
We call this on our race.
Sometimes we can draw on elements like in numerical side of it as well. We've got number 17.
Oh, 17.
You could do like
That could be a bit, like, because what we want to do is just we use that.
17 is going to be, and then.
Highly reactive. Highly reactive.
What is this called? The 11? The 11 proton electron and
Atomic number. 11 protons, 11 electrons, 11 neutrons.
What we could do is you could do a bit where it's like really high up here, really far.
range set.
You want to move the camera around so we can.
Yeah, that's how reactive. And then for voices, you go
Like here?
Is the range stick?
Yeah, that'll do, yeah.
or conductor.
The range stick is
Oh, for the.
soft and malleable.
Yeah.
Am I doing this right? Am I supposed to do this?
Well, we're supposed here. A stick might be a bit handier.
What was the name of
Should
this?
we have a practice?
That is,
Okay,
It's
so
called-
someone needs to be on the egg shaker.
it's
And
called
then-
like a snake,
maybe do
snake
egg
stick,
shakes.
let's call that. I
Then
forget
So
the
are
name.
you playing the
Actually,
triangle
no,
or the
let's
snake
just do.
stick?
I'll do random egg
Keep-
shakes
keep
throughout that little piece,
Okay.
and maybe do.
Huh?
I'll do this first.
He's not
so
hitting the
throughout
triangle.
intro bit.
So I'll be
Oh,
doing
okay, yeah, yeah.
17 shakes, and then while you're doing
No.
this, I can
He's
do
doing the beats.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Triangle.
If
I
you
can do both.
Oh, you can do both?
Yeah.
That'd be
Are you
good.
going to do
Triangle
this?
equals metal.
Or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
So what's
You can do it anytime.
guys,
So
starting
go-
with
Well, like
some random egg shakes.
We're going to go this first, the 17 shakes,
Right,
this
right,
one
17,
for atomic number, and then the egg shakes are going to be like just
And then
random
what
throughout
does that
the whole
instrument
thing.
represent?
Yeah, and then like right.
Which one?
And that's
The snake skin.
signifying it's some kind of quarter. Right.
No, we've
And
already
then
got
This
that.
is going to be like.
We've already got that there.
And you can do conductor then.
Alright, let's
Conductor.
go for a practice,
Sounds
Eric.
good.
Ready?
Good conductor, that's a good one, because it's kind of like a coil as well. Alright, so we've got a piece of music, let's play. And then we just got horn for reactive with water.
And, yeah. That sounds great. Is everyone, so you've pretty much got that written down.
Yeah, now,
That's
are
a
you,
great little
are we
piece.
ready to play it? Or we gotta play it, because you've got
Are we
to teach it.
playing it to the other
What,
group?
actually, what we'll do is we'll
Okay, let's
leave
play.
it to swap to
Alright, so
a
when
very much,
Are you hitting the
ring
triangle, and
orchestra,
when
and
are
you've got all this
you,
stuff here to produce it.
because you've got to figure out the
I'm
beats
just
and
going to
music.
check in with this group. How are we going over here?
We're good. So
Pretty good. You've got this little piece.
We
Yeah,
don't
we're
have
ready.
the beats of music set out, like when exactly are they gonna play, when exactly is this gonna play.
I'm just going to do you can do it now.
okay, we'll do it now and we'll see what
Because
happens.
you can't play, yeah, before you can
So-
teach it.
So, okay, so how about I'm counting 1 to 11. On 5, you can do the horn.
Yep.
This is constant, right?
Yep.
This is number 1.
1, okay.
What was 11? Triangle.
Don't you say 11?
11 because we're doing this for
Oh,
a
yeah.
beat, a count of 11 beats.
Let's try it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah, there we
10.
go.
One. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
You need to take your
One,
lead.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Let's have some
8,
silence for a
9.
moment, guys. How's everyone finding the creative process? Has it been any challenges?
We're getting into it now.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
abstract.
Yeah, it's very abstract. So let the leader from this group to come over and teach this group. So I'll get the leader to move, and we'll leave all the instruments here because you've got them all set up. So if you want to come
But
over.
shouldn't they
No,
come
no,
here
no,
if I
yeah.
don't teach them?
Yeah,
I'll
the
stay.
leader's teaching.
Oh yeah, whoever's.
Yeah, you guys come to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get to stay there.
yeah, that'll work. Swap around.
Don't worry, we've got instructions.
Hello.
How long we got?
So you guys all know sodium, right?
Yeah.
You know sodium?
Yeah.
So chlorine is a
What's it taste like?
Huh?
has
What's it
17
taste like?
as its atomic number.
Oh, metal.
Yeah,
Apparently.
it's very
Okay,
active
so we're gonna-
and poisonous.
Pardon?
So we used these 3 instruments. We started off with 17 shakes of this.
This one
because
alkaline?
That's the atomic number. And then throughout the whole piece, we have just like
Base.
random egg shapes.
Okay, yeah.
to
So I'll do
demonstrate
the
that it's a
base.
full conductor.
Basically,
And
ours is
then
quite simple because we're
after
just
the
counting.
17
There are,
shakes, we
the
go
atomic
to
number's
this.
11, so we're counting to 11.
And we have like a little.
You can do the horn, which every time I say
which
5,
is
you do
demonstrating
the
that
horn.
it is
Okay.
reactive. And then we have
You guys know the name of this?
Brain
Range
stick.
down.
Rain stick. The rain stick is soft and malleable. It's
So do I
showing
just do
that
that all the time?
constant.
Shall we?
So,
Yeah, it's soft and malleable.
Alright.
So you're using the soothing part mixed with the
so
sun and
I
the
start
brush.
with the 17 shapes
Um,
of this one.
Horn is more.
And then throughout, just like throughout the whole
And then
piece,
these?
the egg shapes are completely
You can hold
random
the
at
triangle.
the end. And then after I've done this one,
Oh, it comes
we
with
start
this. We didn't
playing
realise that. Okay.
Yep, so
And
this is just
Every time we say number
five
1,
notes and then
I think you-
1, 2, 3,
you-
break.
how did you do? I'll hold this and you can also. This one is called the. Where is this? Snake stick, and this represents conductor. Okay, this is also constant.
Wait, so I'm doing this one on every 5?
Yeah, and this one's going to be every 1. Okay. So do you want me to help you?
Sort of.
So I'll give you an example.
Have a little
Then.
discussion
1,
about
2, 3, 4,
inspired you.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. You can do
really
both.
like
3,
this,
4,
the
5,
last one
6,
of, like,
7,
3 taps,
8,
Oh, look,
9,
let's
10.
go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
And
10.
the random
1,
Oh, right,
2,
I-
3,
Say
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1,
Sorry,
2,
I
3,
think- shall we-
4,
Let's
5,
get a
6.
bit of up. All right, great job, guys. Great job. Let's just pause. This piece is really quite short. Shall we just quickly have a listen to your piece?
Yeah.
Let's everyone have a listen.
There you go.
Very good, guys. And I've noticed what you guys had is a repeating type of ostinato that just continues. So let's just have a listen to one run through of you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3.
So it's interesting that you changed up the tempo just then as well.
It reacted
It reacted. Yeah.
So
to its surroundings.
Nice.
Cool. So if we had enough time in this lesson, we would have combined you guys, and you would have combined your pieces together to make the sound of an ACL, which is salt. Salt. It's going to make a salty sound, but we might save that for next lesson. But
just reflection on the actual process here, guys. What did you find, like, in terms of abstractly relating a sound to? Did you find that was a useful kind of?
As students or reflecting the class?
No, as students trying to make the music, like
It was hard.
it was hard to make those connections.
Yeah.
No, as in like it was hard to think of sounds that sounded like those properties.
Yeah. In some ways, what I've noticed is that you've all drawn elements from the properties from each of the elements, like the 17 shapes here, the atomic number. You both have used elements of these numerically, and also the types of sounds, and you've got some justifications of that. Does anyone want to?
And as well, this group as well, doing a little bit of extra sort of reading and finding out that it is chlorine is a poison as well. Which is really good.
It helps to make it relatable instead of just like numbers and facts. We're like making connections between the music.
For me, I found the sound easier because I'm more of a music person.
Get you to think
than-
about it.
Than a
Yeah.
science person.
Yeah.
So I found the music easier to understand. So it's
Yeah.
like if I understand soft and I sound and
Yeah.
reaction as a loud sound,
Yeah.
I remember it better.
What do you think if we went and performed one of these pieces of the class next door? How would they? Do you think they would understand?
You have to
music?
tell them that. You have to give them this. To
Yeah,
understand.
you need to explain. So quite often, like to really understand someone's art, you need to understand the motivation of the artist. Yeah. Quite interesting.
Thanking you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Rachel.
Let's do some. We'll grab your reasoning sheets as well.